This is Lavender Country, world's first gay country album. Our first song is going to be about gay sex. Waking up to say hip hip hooray, I'm glad I'm gay. I can't repress my happiness ever since I tried your way. Gonna lay right here, greet the sun. Great time loving's just begun, so come on, let's jump in the hay. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. Morning time feels so fine when I'm hanging out with you. Sun is up and flinging out, the night is down and bringing down, the lights that come out singing whoop-de-doo. Dancing rays is prancing in a glancing orange and red. Drips of dawn are trickling on the corners of our bed. The bed's full of your flirting fingers, your body odor lingers in my toes and in my nose and in my head. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. Morning time feels so fine when I'm hanging out with you. Sun is up and flinging out, the night is out and bringing down, lights to come out singing whoop-de-doo. Turns to jelly like a Nelly ingenue. Your tickling beard has got me geared for a nice long day with you. I don't feel like no rising rooster. I found a new excuse for sleeping in to begin whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. Morning time feels so fine when I'm hanging out with you. Sun is up and flinging out, the night is down, bringing about, the light to come out singing whoop-de-doo. Here comes a little symbolism. You'll get it. There's milk and honey flowing when you're blowing Gabriel's horn. 7, 11 looks like heaven gave up scorn. You're an angel, sure enough. You love a man, you got the stuff to set my hip bones growing into me born. So whoop-de-doo, 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 oh whoop-de-doo. Morning time feels so fine when I'm hanging out with you and you and you. Hey, the sun is up, flinging out, the night is out and bringing about, the light to come out singing whoop-de-doo. Sun is up and flinging out, the night is out, bringing down, the light to come out singing whoop-de-doo. So whoop-de-doo.
That's Lavender Country live on CJSW. That's an awesome song, Patrick.
Thank you. We try. This next song is about life in a gay bar in Spokane, Washington, before Stonewall. when things were a lot uglier and dicier than they are now. Pre-Stonewall Gay Bar, Spokane, Washington. Slither down the street and find the plain gray door. Linger by the mirror and check my hair before I slide into an empty stool to cruise a guy who's shooting pool. He probably thinks that I'm a fool blue. Try to keep my composure when I get the cold shoulder. I got the gay bar blues.
I got the blues, I got the blues, I got the
Gay bar blues. They put the skids on me. Oh, yeah. When's that sugar daddy gonna set me free?
sugar daddy. I want my sugar daddy.
If he don't come soon, I bet I'll die from smoking cigarettes on Spokane Avenue. Going home without nobody. I got the gay bar blues.
I got the blues, I got the blues, I
Look
got the
here,
blues.
I tried going straight. I dug up all the moolah, moved home to Missoula, dated Susie Q from high school. Last time I asked her, I had to get plastered. It ended in disaster If I don't hook a dude, I'm gonna drown in wine coolers. I got the gay bar blues.
I got the blues, I got the blues, I got the
Gay
blues.
bar blues. They put the skids on me. When's that sugar daddy gonna set me free?
Sugar daddy. Yeah, where's my sugar daddy?
And if he don't come soon, I bet I'll fly from smoking cigarettes on Spokane Avenue. Going home without nobody. I got the gay bar blues.
I got the blues, I got the
Tear it up, Jack. If I could ever find a halfway decent man, I'd never have to sneak into this lazy dump again. Never have to worry if police or jerks I work with are spying on the plain gray door. Everybody in this place is smiling. We're all dying inside blue.
I got the blues, I got the blues, I got the blues.
Everybody in this place is smiling. We're all dying inside blues. Dying inside blues. We're dying inside blues.
All right. Live on CJSW from our studios at the University of Calgary. That's Lavender Country and Patrick Haggerty visiting from Seattle, Washington. Welcome to Calgary, sir.
Hey.
Nice to see you. Nice to hear you. You write some very funny songs. I'm really enjoying them. What got you into this crazy game and so many years ago, and you're still at it? What's your story, sir?
Well, in 1973, when I made Lavender Country, there was no such thing as gay country. Gay country was an absurdity in 1973.
Sure.
And I had to make a choice between staying in the closet and trying to pursue a career in country music, or to come out and be a screaming Marxist bitch.
And how did that work?
Yeah. And there was no in between.
No.
The choices were stark and definitive. You could have one or the other, but you could not go to Nashville in 1973 and be in country music and be a screaming Marxist bitch at the same time. That was not going to, that dog didn't hunt.
No. And did you go to Nashville?
No, I stayed in Seattle and did what I did.
And did you wear outlandish costumes and perform for your?
I didn't wear so much outlandish costumes. I let the drag queens take care of that, and there were plenty of them in Seattle at the time. So,
and
they did that for me.
They performed with you on stage.
Frequently.
Did you end up playing any any sort of conventional?
Oh
country
no,
bars?
that was absurd.
Yeah, it was wild.
No, conventional was like
so that was
the other side of the river.
So that's when you invented gay country in '73, and then you took a little hiatus, and then you came back in the late '90s. Well, it must have been. Were people asking for it? It must have been a resurgence because then there were other gay country bands.
By 2014 was when Lavender Country got rediscovered, and gay country was turning into a thing then. And somebody put one of my songs on YouTube, and I didn't do YouTube, and I didn't even know what YouTube was, but somebody else picked it up, a music aficionado in Chicago named Jeremy Cargill. And he said, "What is this?" And he went to eBay and he found one of my original 1973 vinyls for sale.
Right, that you only pressed 1,000 copies of.
Yeah, only 1,000 copies. So it was a rare bird. But he found it, and he played it, and he was a music historian. So he realized what it was. So he took it to a label that specialized in unsung Americana and said, "Don't you want this?" And they did. And all of this was going on behind my back. I didn't know any of this was happening until
you got the big royalty check. $5.
The $300 advance check. And that's when it became real. And Lavender Country came screaming up out of the gutter and got kicked into the stratosphere.
Now, you're here in Calgary. Are you on tour?
Yes. We're doing Sled Island. Yay.
Yeah.
The
And then
Palomino
we're
tonight.
doing Edmonton tomorrow night.
Great.
And then we're doing Red Deer the
It's
day after that.
A little Alberta tour.
Yeah, little mini Alberta tour.
And otherwise, are you active? Are you playing gigs in the Spokane area? Are you?
I'm playing gigs all over the country.
Wow.
Amazing things have happened with Lavender Country. It's even been turned into a ballet.
Do you have a regular band that you work with in Seattle, or like this is?
I do have a regular band in Seattle, but I do a lot of traveling, And I can't afford to fly musicians around the country. Nobody can afford to do that.
So you have a group of fine
So
young
I pick up people
Edmontonians
wherever I
here.
go, and I picked up these lovely people.
And
Well,
they-
Jack comes with me wherever I go.
Good, you're a guitarist.
Yeah, but other than that, I pick up people where I go.
And did you guys learned it from the tapes and you got sent some?
Yeah, I send out people my music beforehand, and they listen to it or maybe don't.
I think they listen to it. They sound great, by the way. You're gonna play a couple more songs for us, I take it.
Yeah.
And please feel free to set them up, tell long, beautiful stories about any of them. And we love hearing you talk, Patrick.
Okay.
It's a pleasure.
The next song we're going to do is about sexual alienation. And I will do a little rap about it. In 1973, when we were coming out, most of us were under 30. So, because if you're over 30, you couldn't afford to come out. And so we were all young, and we were all stupid, and we were all pretty horny. So the first thing we learned after we hit the streets was that we could have sex with one another a lot. A lot. Frequently with multiple partners, blah, 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 blah. So we went nuts over having sex. And because we were raised in American culture in 1955, and we were supposed to be men and play football and keep our emotions to ourselves, and learned that, emotional work was women's work. So we didn't know how to do it. Consequently, we could have sex with one another a lot, but we didn't have a clue how to actually love one another because nobody taught us how to do that. Right? Child, it was a mess, okay? So I wrote a song about it, and it's trying to figure out the difference between hot sex and real intimacy.
I hope I can learn something here.
It's a song that applies to a lot of people, not just gay men. We all have a little trouble figuring out the difference between hot sex and real intimacy. And, I spent 20 years being a bathhouse slut before I finally caught on. But my husband taught me what the difference was. I'll introduce him in a minute. Well, I'll introduce him now. This is my husband, JB. I've been with JB for 35 years. We have one of those durable marriages. And I love my husband beyond the moon and back. I can't. Don't even go there or I'll start crying. But my husband taught me the difference between hot sex and real intimacy. It turns out they're not the same thing. They can be, rarely, but they're usually disconnected. So I'm going to sing a song about it. It's a pretty song. It's called I Can't Shake the Stranger Out of You. Dancing with your tight blue jeans on, prancing like a ballerina on the run. I reckon you're looking for some naked, yes I do. Climb right on up into my manger, but let me warn you about one small danger, babe. I can't shake the stranger out of you. Prancing, preening as smooth as you can. You're hotter than the popcorn dancing in the pan. Out to capture a chunk of rapture with someone new. I can hit the sack like an aristocrat if you're looking for a trick in a box of Cracker Jack. But I can't shake the stranger out of you. You're up and bronco, I must admit, stomping while your lips are chomping at the bit. I'll kiss you, but who's gonna miss you when you're chasing midnight's road? I'd be glad to be your one-shot pleasure, even leave you grieving at your leisure, baby. But I can't shake the stranger out of you. So you're hop to trot for the next buckaroo, who's got the stuff to put a saddle on you and ride you higher on the files of desire than you ever knew. All our favorite fantasies will come to an end. We'll be waking up tomorrow needing a friend, 'cause I can't shake the stranger out of you. No, I can't shake the stranger out of you. No, I can't shake the stranger out of you.
All right, that's Lavender Country live on CJSW. Patrick Haggerty has come up from Spokane, Washington. He's going to be playing the Palomino tonight at midnight. He's here with his band.
Actually, it's Seattle.
Seattle, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I did some time in Spokane.
You did your time already in there.
Yeah, I did my time in pre-Stonewall in Spokane.
And so there's your original album, but then I was just reading you've got another record out as well.
Yes, we have a new record, 50 years after the first. Hey, it got there, right?
All right.
That's the important thing. It's called Blackberry Rose and Other Songs and Sorrows from Lavender Country.
And I take it that's a lot easier to find than the very rare original.
Well, not anymore.
All right,
because the very rare original has been labeled up. And
so now you can jump on Spotify.
Well, I think we're on our fourth pressing of vinyls on the Lavender Country. So
great.
It's going good. And Blackberry Rose is going good, too.
And if people want to buy the record, can they buy it directly? Do you have a website? Yeah?
We have a Facebook store.
Perfect.
And you can go to our Facebook store, or you can email me, or you can get a hold of my labels.
And will you have some records at the gig tonight?
Oh, yes.
All right. There'll be a merch table.
Absolutely.
With
how do you think we pay our expenses?
That's right. Those $20 CDs.
Are there T-shirts?
Yeah. Pardon me?
Are there T-shirts?
Lots of good, neat, good T-shirts, all sizes, colors, bandanas. We got all the merch you need.
Got all the swag. Great.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you here on CJSW. Tell us what you're going to take us out on.
The song of the title song from the original Lavender Country album. It's called Lavender Country. Lavender Country doesn't exist. Lavender Country is a place we're trying to get to. Right now, it's a figment of our imagination, but we're building our reality one step at a time, where we don't care who's got what chromosomes. Where gender is fluid, and we all just love one another for who we are as people. And we're not concerned about whether you tuck in or dangle. So here's Lavender Country. Nothing left but holes in your weary sex's rolls. Trying to trade them old PJs for a Goodwill negligee. Y'all come out, my dears, to Lavender Country. Y'all come out, make yourselves at home. It don't matter here who you love or what you wear. We don't care who's got what chromosome. Shed them milk cocoons, spit out them silver spoons. Get yourself some pantaloons and a pair of water balloons. Y'all come out, my dears, to Lavender Country. Don't you bother about your sissy ways. When you wear your frilly blouse to the people's outhouse, folks will hang around and pee for days. So y'all come out, my dears, to Lavender Country. Y'all come out, make yourself to home. It don't matter here who you love or what you wear. We don't care who's got what chromosome.
Sit-down strike, tell Estee Lauder to take a hike and join them dykes on bikes. Roll your hog Route 69 to Lavender Country. That's what pushy women wanna be. That's where every Sue and Hannah arrives at queer nirvana. 'Cause there's lesbians under every bush and tree.
So y'all come out, my dears, to Lavender Country. Y'all come out, make yourself at home. It don't matter here who you love or what you wear. We don't care who's got what chromosome. Would you like to be a woman humming just as tripping down a cannon? Or be a warrior chumming around and strumming lullabies? Y'all come out, my dears, to Lavender Country. Sashay out and give our way a try. Whether you tuck in or dangle, when you hear that glad gay tango, you'll just spread your spangled wings and fly. So y'all come out, my dears, to Lavender Country. Y'all come out, make yourselves at home. It don't matter here who you love or what you got one chromosome. So y'all come out, my dears, to Lavender Country. Y'all come out, my dears.